Hi, my name is Pat Sullivan. I'm the superintendent for the Medford School District. I'd like to take some time here and talk to you a little bit about our upcoming referendum on April 5th. If I back up here a little bit, this district did go to referendum in the spring of 2009 for a field house and a swimming pool. That referendum was defeated. Shortly after that, I was hired to be the superintendent. Early on in the job, there still was some discussion about the failed referendum, and I was directed by the board or given permission by the board to hold focus group meetings in the summer of 2010. So last summer I did that. I sent out an invitation to all property owners to sign up for a series. I believe I had maybe 12 different nights during this last summer that I met with people from the community to talk about the referendum that had failed, or more specifically to talk about the need or not to go forward with another referendum in the future. Those discussions were all about the needs. We talked about, do we need more gym space? Do we need to either replace or repair the current pool? As a lot of you know, the pool is 40+ years old. The district has been spending considerable amounts of the budget or of money fixing that pool from year to year for the last several years, and that trend would obviously continue. The board did direct me then this fall to again take a close look at the options that we would have with the current pool, and we also threw in there the discussion on extra gymnasiums. We had some representatives from MSA, which is an architectural and engineering firm that studies and builds facilities, schools, police stations, etc. They came in and they analyzed our current pool, talked about and gave the board 3 different options, and that is what the board wanted to see just recently, just a few months ago. They wanted to see what would it cost to repair the pool, what would it cost to replace the pool by itself, and what would it cost to replace the pool and also add a 3-station gymnasium. In the end, the board decided to go to referendum for a new 3-station gymnasium and an 8-lane pool. Now, that referendum is set for April 5th. Really what I'm here today then is to talk to you about some of the scope of that project and give you some more details. And I always encourage you to get a hold of myself or other school employees. But I would encourage you to go ahead and get a hold of me, either phone me, send me an email, stop in the office if there's any other questions or concerns that you might have about this or really anything else. But I do want to make sure that we get the information out to people concerning this upcoming referendum. So we're talking about a 3-station gym and an 8-lane pool. I think a lot of times it comes down to, and I understand it, I'm a taxpayer myself, how much is this going to cost me? The best way to convey that to people, we do it this way, other districts that run referendums you'll probably see do it the same way. We ask you to look at it like if you had $100,000 of property value. So if your home and property that you live on is $100,000, this facility, if the referendum passes, will cost you an additional $70 a year. So it's $70 a year on $100,000. So if you have property worth $50,000, it's $35 a year. If you have property worth $200,000, it's $140 a year. On top of what you're paying already on your property taxes. So we like to use that base as a good comparison. $100,000 of property value equates to $70 a year. I also like to break that down so people see it for what it really is. $70 a year is $5.83 a month, or it's 19 cents a day. One of the other questions that comes up a lot is, how will this referendum, if it passes, affect the total operational budget of the Medford School District? Well, the answer to that is whether we build this facility or not, the Medford School District will be going to referendum for operational costs sometime in the future. Every district in the state, I should say practically every district in the state, there aren't many left that haven't, but if they have not gone to referendum for their operational budget yet, they will in the next few years. It's just the way the system is set up. We have revenue limits, our state aid is decreasing, therefore that's the perfect storm. So again, we will have to go to referendum for our total operational budget in the next few years. Now, will it be next year? Will it be 2 years? I would say I don't think it'll be more than 3 years out that'll happen. So if the facility gets built, we go to referendum for total operational budget, in the next few years. If the facility doesn't get built, we will still do that. But as a result of this facility being built, if the referendum passes, we do our best, and we've had MSA, again, our architects and our engineers, give us their best estimate of what the operational costs will be for this new facility. And again, this is as best of a guess as they can. This is asking them to tell us what a facility will cost that won't be completed until 2012. So, we all know that until you live in a facility for at least a year, you don't really have the true cost of the operations. But again, looking forward and making as best of an educated guess as you can, you take into consideration what it'll take to turn the lights on and heat and staffing, all of those things. The best guess is $168,900 a year in operational costs for this facility. So when the time comes for this district to go to referendum, we will, if this referendum passes to build this facility, we will roll this $168,900 into our total operational budget. And we don't want to hide that fact that yes, we all know when you build something, add a new building, you're going to have increased operational costs. These costs are again an estimate of what it'll be, and we'll have to go to operational budget and include that. So when the time comes, you'll hear us talk about that again. Keep in mind that if this referendum passes, we'll not see the additional operating costs again until 2012. Because if it passes this spring, it will be being built all of next year, and we won't be in it and operating it till 2012, 2013. And that landscape, a lot of things can change. Now a little bit more about the specifics of the actual building. The building, like I said, will be 3 competition courts. It will have a 160-meter indoor track. It'll be a 4-lane track. 2 of those courts will be wood courts. The third court would be a rubber court. What will be nice about it is the third court is rubber as well as the track portion of it. The first 2 wooden courts, the track will not touch those courts at all. The third court, the rubber court, part of that court will be one end of the indoor track. So what we'll be able to do is allow community members to come into the school during the school day and walk around, walk on the indoor track. A day like today, I'm videoing this today with 18 below outside. A lot of community members go to the county market to walk. This will give them a facility, an indoor track facility to come in and walk during the day, and there'll be other hours. That is something that we really want to stress here, is that the Medford School District is committed to increasing, with this facility, increasing the amount of community hours. Not just for the indoor walking track, but also for the swimming pool and the fitness center. Currently, our fitness center is located in the basement of the high school. We cannot find a way, because of its location, to allow adult usage during the school day. This facility will be built so that there will be a separate public entrance, and then you will not be allowed from that entrance, you will not be allowed into the high school. But you'll be able to get into the swimming pool, you'll be able to get into the three-station gymnasium, and you'll be able to get into the fitness center or the weight room. That is a great, I think, advantage for this community, to be able to use all of those resources and have extended hours for that. Again, the 8-lane pool, we've talked about that a little bit. We're going to have expanded seating in that pool compared to what we have right now. We really have a tough time hosting swim meets, and we stand no chance to host things like regional, sectional swim meets. This swimming pool would have the capacity to seat 300 spectators. So we'll have more deck space. We'll have separate and secure locker rooms. So during the school day, if we run a adult water aerobics class on half of the pool, and the other half of the pool could be students in there for a PE class, we would have, again, separate dressing room facilities for community use during the day and student use during the day. I think, again, that's a great advantage for this community, and it's something that I think the pool and the three-station gym, I think that helps attract family members or families to the Medford School District when they relocate to the area and compare us with other districts. This facility, I think, gives us a great advantage. That is something I always mention because as our school aid declines from the state, it's driven by enrollment. So the more students, the more enrollment we can get in this district, it favors us, or it works for us on student aid. So it generates revenue for us. And so that's a big part of this. We would also be able to do things in this facility that will, again, I think, bring a lot of benefits to the total, to the complete Medford area community. For instance, we'll be able to have weekend home shows or trade shows, antique shows that bring in a lot of vendors and in turn bring a lot of people to the area for the day. And that, I think, we can say will benefit restaurants, it'll benefit gas stations, it'll benefit hotels, and really creates I think, some business opportunities for a lot of our different different businesses in the community. Obviously, this will give us an opportunity to better serve our athletic needs. I think really, though, this is first and foremost about increased community awareness, or giving the community more opportunity for health and fitness. But there definitely is an advantage for our youth and for our kids. We have roughly 10 youth sports, 10 different athletic or competition sport teams that, again, these are not associated with the school district. They're things like youth football, which is run separate from the school district, and youth soccer, and youth baseball, and youth basketball, etc. There's 10 different sports, and what's really interesting about that is there is a total of 1,500 students that are participating in these 10 different sporting activities. And that is before they get into the school system and start going out for our events that normally start, around 5th, 6th grade with some intramural stuff, and then, 7th, 8th grade where we're actually traveling and hosting and playing other schools. So these are the kids that start in 3rd, actually as young as kindergarten, with things like soccer maybe and swimming. 1,500 of these kids are involved in these activities. With that amount of interest, having only one gym at the high school, 2 gyms at the middle school, and then a gym in each elementary, we greatly are at a disadvantage, and because of that, youth activities sometimes don't get finished because they can't get into a gym until late. You know, they're going as late as 9 o'clock at night, and a lot of times we're having them come in the morning. That's a big reason for the board to vote to go to referendum for this facility, because they feel like not only does the school need it, but the community needs this facility. It does affect our daily PE curriculum at the high school. Every hour of the day, or I should say some hours of the day, not every hour, but some hours of the day, we'll have 3 different teachers who have a PE class going on. So that's roughly 25 kids in each class. It turns out to be 75 kids on those particular hours that all have PE at the same time. Now we have one gymnasium, and what's happening is because of our facilities, our facilities are dictating our PE curriculum, instead of our PE curriculum being dictated by student need. So because we only have one gym, we have to come up with other things to do, and we do a pretty good job of that. We do as many outdoor activities as we can. We're not afraid to go out in the winter in the cold, but again, there are days when that doesn't happen. We also do things like we take the kids bowling. We have a fitness center, a weight room that we take kids down to as well. But again, we do those things, we come up with those things because of our lack of facility in the high school, having only one gymnasium. So it does affect our PE curriculum. You know, that's a lot of information. Like I said, when I first started this, I would like everyone to know I'm always available, always open to discuss this at any time. If you have other questions, I would encourage you to go on our website, www.medford.k12.wi.us. We'll have information on there as well. Won't be long, and you'll start to see things, one being sent to you, published in the paper. You'll hear things on the radio, more and more about this information. We'll hold public forums. Please make every effort to get informed, to find out the reasons why that we're going to referendum, and you know, any questions you have. And I encourage you to make sure you get out and vote on April 5th. So again, any questions that you have, please get a hold of me. Thank you for listening to this, and have a great day.